In humans, it's known that we have 5 main senses, and there's specific organs associated with each. The same can be said of Yotavuș. The mouth, for taste. The Yotavuș come from a carnivorous species that became omnivores and still retain many sharper teeth for tearing flesh, along with 2 smaller hollow teeth used to inject venom. The hand, for touch, which has 2 points of opposition. These 2 thumbs were used to be able to grasp small water prey easily with a lower chance of losing their grip. The nose, for smell. Not much to be said here, yet. The eyes, for sight. Round pupils and front-facing eyes allow for binocular vision. The Yotavuș have very thick tears due to first evolving in a desert environment. And of course the ears, for hearing. But in the case of the Yotavuș, there is another sense that they rely on. Although they have now spread to every corner of their planet, their origin can be traced back to this river valley, surrounded by desert, and in the shadow of this mountain range. The desert is comprised of many small trees, leaves from underground tubers, and grasses that burn quickly and easily. This leads to wildfires during the dry season, which was dangerous for the young children of the prehistoric Yotavuș, who were born vulnerable and must be transported quickly in the event of an emergency. Therefore, fires have to be detected quickly. Born from this necessity is the 6th sense possessed by the Yotavuș, infrared, by way of the sensory patch located on either side of the head, known as the matti or nashi, depending on where you're from. But for the purpose of this video, we'll be using matti, which is the Yotoi term to keep things simple. The matti is composed of nearly furless skin, with the reddish pigmentation appearing to protect the exposed skin from UV rays from the sun, and right beneath the skin is a membrane that functions similar to the pit organ in a viper. With the matti, a Yotavuș can sense the heat coming off an oncoming fire long before they smell the smoke on the wind or see the flame itself, allowing them time to return from whatever task they may have been doing to grab their young and transport them to safety. Evolution, however, is not perfect. Since the skin here must be much thinner to account for the membrane beneath it, it breaks much easier and bleeds much more than other parts of the face. This can be a problem in the event of fights between 2 female Yotavuș, handling struggling prey, or in the modern era, hitting yourself in the face with the door of your car. Note that female Yotavuș is not the standard plural, but is used in the Vietnamese dialect, which is spoken by many humans closer to Earth. So, the matti is the most sensitive spot on the face of a Yotavuș, like the nose on a dog. This leads to many social values surrounding the area. For example, it is considered rude to point out a scar on someone's matti because, of course, they know it was there, because it hurt them quite a lot when it happened, and the scar tissue may interfere with how they sense things and makes them feel slightly unbalanced. Imagine if one of your ears was full of wax and everything on that side was slightly muffled, and you'll understand the feeling. Because of how easy it is to hurt the matti, it is also an area that would not be touched unless you are an unlucky child being sat down for a bath by your mama and jaja, or if you're being held by a romantic partner. Having someone outside of these examples touch you there would be akin to a stranger pulling you into a hug and running their fingers through your hair. Not cool and not fun at all. Earlier, I mentioned that the matti is pigmented red for protection against the sun, but this is not always the case. Some Yotavuș live further north and south of the equator, where the sun is not as harsh. Their matti is likely to be less saturated in color, closer to a pale pink or white.